Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the most miserable, shitty game ever to do a game of magic. It's Magic the Magic-ing. Absolutely incredible scenes coming your way, lads. Absolute change guaranteed or your money back. And considering I've already spent all of your monies, it's just classic quackage, boys. Classic quacks. So, you have to respect a man playing a Zakama, but it does look like he might get barbecue bellied. And to that, all I can say is GG's a quack McBollocks. Look at my hand already. It's absolutely unbelievable, boys. It's already pure Legs VD God Hand Game 1 dildos. And I know what you're all thinking. You're thinking, boys, GG's quacky shits. GG's quackades, boys. Alright, what are we doing? Just banging a time wank? That seems like a waste. We'll do this. That's fine, right? So, now we got 1 million life, 1 million land, 1 million AIDS, and 1 trillion bollocks. Easy quacks, boys. You see what I'm seeing? You see what I'm seeing, boys? Missed match lands are for the memes. This boy was a memer the whole time. But you should never count your bollocks before they're fully shaved, as I often say. But in this instance, I'm going to go ahead and shave full quack W a boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, we don't have enough mana to play this and this, so we'll have a wank, and then we shall see. What did I spend everyone's money on? Oh, it's a nice collection. It's a nice unlimited collection of whizzies and bollocks. But certainly not wobbly lands. That's the only thing I can confirm, boys, is that no wobbly lands would ever be spent in our Lord 2019. So if he gives this protection, we can still Baleful Mastery it, which is fine. Right, lads? Everybody loves a bit of Baleful Bollocks. We didn't draw the lands, but that's gotta be good enough. Gotta be, right, boys? Mm-hmm. Alright. Maybe it's a cycling deck with a Zakama flung in. Maybe this guy isn't just playing dinosaurs after all, boys. In which case, I might actually have to turn on the old afterburner brain cells and think what I'm doing, because you know if I just lose a game, everybody's gonna say, Cheeks, I can no longer acknowledge you as the Lord of AIDS. And I'm going to have to go watch Lex, where he posts just the most believable 502 win-to-loss ratios, even though nobody has ever cracked 70% in real terms. Well, maybe they have, but whether they have or they haven't, get AIDS. Right, boys? Whether they had or they haven't, all we need to know, as usual, Elwyn, is quack W's. All we need, boys, is maximum quacks. Maxi quacks, as is known on the tubes. Maxi quacks, boys. So I am going to play Bubs. I think we've got enough protection, and I love blowing up lands. So I think it should all be easy GG's. As it's known on the bollocks, quack bollocks. Right, boys? Quack a bollocks. What did Sesame do to you to get quacked? It infected every Magic the Gathering YouTuber and implicitly every magic ball sucking commander cosplay whore into just thinking the best presentation style for a game that costs thousands of beans and is predominantly played by 35-year-old men is to act like you're a 12-year-old girl watching Sesame Street. And then, the best part, if you are that 12-year-old girl, start an OnlyFans and start selling your tits, and then fall off the side of the earth, you know, out of decency. But hopefully Yana Amari's not dead, boys. Hopefully Yana Amari isn't dead, and she will be back quacking the shit out of whatever the fuck she does very soon. Because we all miss her desperately, which is why all of her friends, all of the boys who are properly close, Merchant and Shits and all of those bitches, boys, haven't even asked where she is. Because who the fuck cares? Right, boys? If your friend disappeared, you would never even think to ask where he is. You would just be like, yeah, this guy that I fucking love. This guy I love fell off the side of the earth, lads. So, the only thing I can do about that is to just pretend he never existed and say nothing except GG's, and then throw in a little bit of the XDs. Right, boys? Don't tell me. Don't tell me if you were fucking collaborating and wanking and every day you were telling everyone, guys, go and watch Shitty McBollocks content. It's the best. Guys, and then they disappeared. Wouldn't you at least say, like, guys, reaching out, is Yana Amari safe? Is Yana actually safe? Or is she dead? Or would you be like YouTube, fake bitch pussies, and just say, boys, I couldn't give a fuck about this person who last month I was talking like was my best mate on the fucking earth. Boys, it's just all good memes. It's just all good memes. What a game that was. What a game that was, boys. To be fair, I don't really know what he was doing. And my deck is probably, possibly, the best deck that I have. So, it's likely it was a bad matchup for old Caps. But we don't bring attention to stuff like that, do we, boys? We just say it was easy GG's because I'm really good. And anyone who thinks anything else can get quacked. Quacked, lads. So I'm not sure what I'm actually going to do for this stream. I think 45 minutes. Yeah, I think 45 minutes. Maybe only playing bubs. Maybe just doing whatever I want. And then we'll see. I was super close to buying the Royal Rumbleage tonight. I was umming and ahhing as much as a man can and ah about something as banal as spending £10. But in the end, clearly I didn't get it. But I have a feeling it's going to be a good Rumble. Rumbles are always the best version of Magic the Bollocking. And by Magic the Bollocking, I mean wrestling. Wouldn't you say so, boys? Better than WrestleMania? In your head, you always think this is the year Stone Cold's coming out. And that little bit of maybes is often enough to get you to part with your cash. And it's only 10 squid, but clearly I didn't do it. Am I going to regret it if I read The Rock comes out and starts plopping bottoms on everyone's ass? The answer is yes. I would regret it if such a thing were to happen. But on the other side, we get to spend another evening watching me play this same deck for the billionth time, and you can't tell me that this isn't giving you the maximum quacks. The maxi quacks, boys. Would you pay $10 to watch Pro Tour Commander? I would not. I would not pay 1 cent to watch Pro AIDS anything. But that's only because Magic's the best game ever made, boys. That's only because Magic's the best. Right, boys. I would watch Pro Tour Commander. I would do my bit. I would do my DSP bit. I would do my Dark Side Phil bit, which is just to show up and leave a thumbs up. That's all he needs, right? Until those days that the whales don't turn up, and then he needs everything else that ever existed. Isn't that classic Quacks, boys? Alright, we didn't draw the land for the bubs, which everybody is upset about, and I need to know what this does. When it enters a battlefield, do something. That's it. So, Arcane Bombardment is great. But my deck is so fine-tuned now, cards like this I can really see as being shit. But boys, I won. I didn't even have to do anything. This man missed land drops. I was drawing 2 cards a turn. This is the kind of game, boys, that we slap on the tubes. This is the kind of game that we switch over to Apex Legends about. And then when I get shot in Apex, I just start making up all the excuses. No fuck lag, obviously. Every minute is lag of everything. Didn't render. Teleported my body as a new one. I can't even think of how many excuses I could bust out. And an excuse ratio to audience donation is always correlative. So the more I lie, the more you're like, you know what? He must be right. He would never lie into my face like this. That game is fucking bullshit. Have $5 million. Let's quack it. Quack it up, boys. I can play a Spell Pierce, right? And I can still play Cold Steel shits. This will come into play tap though. But we'll see. Nice. Finally, playing 1 mana aids counterspells pays off, boys. Finally, after all these years of holding out. Easy quack jibs, boys. Nobody's not telling me I ain't the best player who ever done did Magics. The best who ever done did it, boys. Because look at this! Dawnheart Geist. This guy is meaning business. So if I try really, really hard, boys, I might be able to have an erection again. Or something. Alright. What do you think? He's doing instant concedes? Insta-quacks, boys? Are we gonna get an insta-quacks? Nope. He didn't insta-quack it. He would if he saw my hand. This is a quackable hand. This is a quackable hand if ever a hand was gonna be quacks. That's also pretty good. Oh, I can't play this, bubs. Boyish. Why are you quacking me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's true. I don't have enough mana. I thought we were going full quacks, lads. I thought we were going full bolus, exile 2 cards, quacky quacks, easy magics, blah blah XDs or something else I would say. But in exchange, boys, it's Robotix. Robotix Alliance. Alright. That's what I wanted, I suppose. So, let's have a good old wank about what we're doing. Feed the Swarm is 2. Teferi is 4. I can use double bubbles, which is good memeage, but one of these is gonna die. I think it's all gonna be easies. I think it's all going to be easy, Lance. They're like Iona there. Crazy levels of quack. I might just leave this. What does it do? Nothing, right? That's actually completely useless to me. But, boys, like I said, it's gonna be full quacks. That was an unreal top deck for the boy. But still, I feel like it's easy. Mr. Salvador says, hey cheeks, doing code. How's your day? What kind of code? Morse code? Da Vinci codes? Or classic quackage codes? Classic quacks of a code. Yeah, I'm not happy with what just happened. I'm a little bit unhappy. Because that seems like you shouldn't be able to top deck cards like that. And I know you all agree with me because I'm a memer. But we'll take Day of Judgment. Okay, well, I guess this is going to have to do. Isn't it, Lance? I can't take 7. Technically, it's just going to do 7 again. Right? I messed that up a bit. But it's going to be fine, boys. It's going to be fine. He's going to have to put this on this. It's not going to be very good. We'll just kill this. And we'll just go around killing everybody. These top decks, boys. I might have to phone the police. Lance, these top quacks. So blow up all the peeps is going to be 7 now. Am I actually going to die to just the most unlikely bullshit? Alright, so actually, if I play this, I can also grab my balls. There's so much you could do looking at this, but I might just get killed. So Demonic Dew is 2. 1, 2. Blow up all the peeps is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we got enough. It's easy, Lance. Lance, you were all fucking belly aching for nothing. Stop quacking. Destroy all dragons, destroy all non-dragons. Gotta make sure you choose the right one. Because quite a few times I bollocked that up. But not this time. This time I'm really good. Is he gonna top deck Ajani and exile all of my stuff? I would believe it, boys, because it has been a bit quacky. We have been getting maximum quackage. Alright, I think we're going to win now. Agree, boys. I think we might be able to be really good at magics again. All you have to do is believe in your bollocks. Alright, that's all fine. Those are both 8s. I keep forgetting about this.
All right. Who's ready for a good time?
Well, that was rubbish.
Time to improvise.
Nobody's going to have haste. Right, boys. And definitely no one's going to be able to do 12. So I think we're going to do it. Bontu's Reckoning. I don't think locking all your lands down is good enough. So, what does this dog shit do? Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under control, so when it enters the battlefield until next turn, creatures can't attack you, or planeswalkers you control, this controller pays 2 for each of that shit. Alright. That's fine. That is fine, boys. Alright, we got 500,000 mayonnaise now. Uh-huh. Good stuff, boys. Alright, fuck it. Fair enough. I mean, my turn was going to take about 10 minutes. But at least we're having a wonderful time, boys. Yeah, Bounties reckoning, I just don't think it's good enough. I mean, we didn't even need it there. And it's rare you need to blow up all the peeps for less than 3 mana. Well, not less, but you know what I mean. 5 mana is fine, usually. And it was easy budget. Yeah, someone else. I mean, I heard that one a lot. The craziest thing is he complains about things that are factual. Like, he'll get sniped in the head and die with, like, 1 armor plating, and then he'll bitch. Like, oh, well, I hit people in the head, and they don't die. When they do. I've seen him one-shot people. He just doesn't do it often, because he's fucking hates. But no matter what, boys, Philbo Baggins is by far the greatest streamer who ever done did magic. And anyone who says otherwise clearly has never stepped up and given him 500 beans for nothing. Which I encourage you to do to me to see how good it makes you feel. Makes you feel like 1,000,000 beans, probably. Alright, we got lucky. We got the best turn 3 wank available. If this guy can't bounce this off the field, we might be able to do the magics, boys. Uh-oh, he's got nothing, Lance. He's got absolutely quacks of nothing. Absolute buckets of quackage. Oh, boys.
Today's my lucky day.
So much quackage in my favor here, I might be able to fall off my chair and pretend like I'm 12 and really impress you. And then immediately go on Twitter and say I was depressed the whole time and I wish I was dead. Not questy, boys. Lance. Not questy, boys. As I was saying, I might have to phone the police again. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, boys.
That hurt.
Get out of this one. I mean, he might. But he might not. So, hand is very 6 mana-ish. Yeah, it's cards like this now that I fully am aware are a drawback to your deck. If you're playing full hardcore porno grade magics, then those are the cards that are not very good. Alright, we're gonna have to do this the quacky way. Right, Lance? He's gonna concede after this. No way, boys. There's no way he's sticking this out. But who cares? I mean, what do we ever used to talk about here? I feel like I've forgotten the days that made me the best in the world at magics. I'm just getting too blindsided with all this winning. I'm getting too bogged down with being insanely good at magics, boys. I'm getting full bajuka bogged with my own greatness. And I don't know what to do about it. So he might leave this. If he does, Gix gets it. If he doesn't, I don't know what else to do. Haste is not good. Discard a card is fine. Draw a card is easy magics. Okay, boys. I could just bash this out. It does the same thing. Yeah, it does the same thing. Alright. Double red is AIDS. So we need black, blue. Alright, this is not good. Alright, I take it all back. We're not doing this shit. Yeah, it's bollocks. Sorry, boys. I wasted everybody's time. I genuinely apologize. To the fullest extent of quacky quacklage, lads. I apologize as much as a man can quack it. I put this guy in this deck because he's crazy good. That's easy, Mujik. No, boys, that's not allowed. Not against all of this sex bullshit. Not against all this. Lads, what an absolute quackalinos. This guy is insane trying to play this game out. Yeah, I was gonna say, he's I mean, absolutely quacked. Our boys. And I know everybody in this chat is like, you know what, I was gonna do something else. But seeing this level of quackage, boys, I might just have to cancel my Sunday plans and watch this again tomorrow and then send Cheeks 500 beans. Because this might be an almost illicit level of quacks allowed on YouTube. I don't know the YouTube policy on quacks, but this is getting silly, boys. This is getting borderline presidential pardon needed to avoid some kind of ramification for this quackage. But we'll see, won't we, boys? Who has the biggest baps? Fake Deanna Troy or Lisbeth Eden? I mean, considering one is fake, well, they both got fake tits, but one is actually not even real. Just from those tiny emojis, what would we choose? I think Deanna Troy is also wearing the classic Starfleet skin-tight jumpsuit. If I were to guess, Lance, I would say fake Deanna Troy is edging the bappage. Alright, I get to go first, and we got Cold Steel shits. But we don't have any black mayonnaise, and we got triple black bolus. Okay, boys. I mean, that should solve the mana, I suppose. But this could unravel. This could get really quacky, boys. Okay, boys, relax. You were far too quackies the whole time. So we'll save this for that fucking card that gives me AIDS all day. Oh, the ultimatum. Only because you've seen me use it to an absolutely illegal level of Magic the Bollocking. So what does this do? Sacrifice this, counter target speller ability that targets you or a creature. That's fine. I just passed the turn. I should have bounced this. I suppose I still can. Right? I think that's the play. Cut a man off from his mayonnaise, boys. Completely broke my own rule on what I said. But slap it up on the tubes, lads! Never mind any of that shit I was saying. We fucking won. Slapping that shit up on the tubes. Boys, I am unbelievably good at Magic the Quackening. Absolutely insane levels of domination. Everybody in this chat watching me on demand at acknowledge me as the greatest Magic the Quackening player ever to quack one out.
Are your bounties contractually obligated, Dr. Cheeks?
Des, thanks for the beautiful $5 that I'm sure you were inspired to donate through my incredible performance tonight. My bounties are always just... I can't overstate how just litigiously binding they are. Anybody who would ever even dare say, I'll give you $100 if you win a game, Cheeks, and then you mysteriously disappeared before said bounty was paid, I will be sure to call the same lad that Bernie Madoff used to get away with all his shit, and we'll be coming for your 5 beans, boys. We'll, after fees and taxes, $100 is rounded down to 5 beans. But that is to be expected, lads. We'll round it down and we'll get 8s. So hopefully I draw a black land, and then we can play Phyrexian Arena for what feels like every single game so far. And then we can quack it. Right, boys? You know how much I love a good quacking. So I'm going to bounce this, regardless. Oh, fuck your dad. Ugh. Oh dear, boys. We've got 8s. The only way the algorithm can derail me, Lance, is by making me draw 500 non-lands in a row. Just like yesterday. Easy quacks. So, black land, and even then, he's definitely in a spot where he can fight his way back in. But I need a black land, at the very least a blue land. A fucking red land. Incredible memes. Incredible scenes. Alright, I think we're losing this one now. Boys, just end the video. I'm going to do a DSP cut. We're just going to completely stop the stream right now so that TOS don't murder me. And then we can alt, boys, see GG's XDs. GG's and a little bit of XDs. And then I can also say for the memes. Right, boys. So, I'm guessing it's a black land off the top.
My hair is on fire?
Oh, incredible change.
It's gonna hurt.
This is just one of those games, boys. I know it doesn't seem that way because this is on the tubes, and you've only ever seen people win 150 games in a row before they die. But this doesn't look very good, because I can't draw any lands that make a difference to my hand. And that is not full quacks. Yeah, Slim, that edit was just so... He knew what he did. He knew what he did, lads. He knew. And if I haven't seen any clips from today, but I do wonder what anybody asked him. I do wonder what anybody has asked. Like, hey Phil, why'd you delete your stream yesterday? Get banned. I deleted it because it wasn't of the quality that I wanted it to be. And anyone else asking gets permabanned. Permabanned. Permabanned, lords, lads. Permanently band-aided. Alright. Let's go full greedy dog shit, considering I'm probably dead anyway. So if this gets bounced or killed, then I'm already dead. But I also feel like this is a good chance to show you an example of what I said in the previous games, which is these kind of cards are always overkill bollocks. Yeah, alright, fair dues. Always overkill dog shit. What else? Even sunbirds. I fucking love a sunbirds. But if you're trying to win a game, this is it. This is just nothing. What's the card we always joke about as being horse shit? The artifact. Lithoform engine. Boys, You know that's why Lithoform is shit. It never saves you. It pushes you from winning a game in 5 turns into winning a game in 2 turns. It never, except maybe once or twice, will save a man from dying of AIDS. Renaissance Dick Pic. Oh, this boy's getting banned by Ali Warfields for being a what boyish. So the hand is not good enough, I don't think. There's not enough mayonnaise. That is way too much mayonnaise, though. That is way too much mayonnaise, Lance. I probably shouldn't have played this. Because, like I said, it's just way too much mayonnaise. So, I think we're going to have to bounce this the second it comes into play. Yeah, it seems bad. Well, it is bad. But, alright. Especially if that's not what he does. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get AIDS. Hey, boys, that's a fucking good draw, isn't it, you little pussies? Now we just have to hold our balls. Come on, prosper my balls, son. Get fucking AIDS, boy. I'm insanely good at magics. Take your wobbly lands and get fucked. Boys. Slap that shit on the tubes. Lads. You remember that last game? Well, of course you don't. Because this is the game you're going to remember. That last game where it was just random bad luck that I drew 500 million lands after being greedy. But also, I gave you a rare piece of magic advice, which is 6 mana do-nothings, but also break the game the next turn, often are more problems than they're worth. But this game, that is how much whistling I am capable of with this much whiz in my system. This game, Lance, where it's wobbly, don't know what's going on here, triple tits, wobbly, 25-pound virgin lands, and more wobblies, and a toy, cannot beat 1 mana counterspell. And that is why, ladies and shits, I am the best in the world at Magics. And anybody who doesn't think so clearly hasn't been watching the tubes. Or maybe you've watched too much tubes. In which case, Aidzonian is a fantastic streamer. And the fact that her best friend, Yana Aidzari, disappeared, I mean, like I said at the start of this stream, none of us would ever ask. If your mum just fell off the side of the earth, what would you do? Nothing. Of course you wouldn't. And that's your mum, so you presumably don't love her as much as you love some random bitch on the tubes. Right? You know Daquan Watson loved Merchant more than his dad. You know Merchant loves CGB more than his wife. And you know Gabby Sparts loved taking a shit more than she loved LSV's balls. Or something. Boys. Or something. But ultimately, all we know for sure, ladies and gentlemen, is Quack W. I can't wait for a few hours. I mean, what's the time? It's 2:44. We're not even that far away for Sunday morning cartoons. And as a 35-year-old man, that's all I want to watch, boys. Peppa Pig me up. I might even believe I'm watching Alias 8. Alright, so we got to kill this thing all the time. And we got to kill everybody all the time. This looks like a hand that can help me do that. So, let's hold our balls and hope for the best. I don't like Kinnan. I think Kinnan is a wank. But it's also easily beatable, so I guess it's fine. Is he going to play turn 1 Llanowar Elf, though? And make me complain? Or are we going to slap this up on the tubes, boys? I guess we'll find out. I wonder, says Elwin Brake, if Quack W is when you win, is it Quack M when you lose? Like turning an M&M upside down. Nope. Stop talking gibberish, Elwin. Everybody knows there's only ever one Quack W's. And it's how you prove to wizards you're one of the boys. And then everybody will know this is a safe space to say all your poggy bullshit. This is a safe space to say everything that the last guy said, but you just say it a little bit differently to prove you're super unique and talented. Just like all those peeps who get the same tattoos as everyone else, but they change it 1%, lads. 1 Billy Boy % so that they're unique. And everybody else is just fucking Sunday morning gibberish. E.G. Quacks, lads. E.G. Quacks. Okay, we got a good hand, but like I say, even killing this the turn it comes onto the field is sometimes not enough. So I might have to blast this if it gets tapped. But ultimately, boys, we'll just have to see. We got Dark Ritual, which is a load of old shit. We'll see, boys. Well, maybe we won't, because this guy's taken an insane amount of time to do fuck all. And I don't know about you, boys, but my patience for AIDS is pretty negligible. My patience for having a bag of AIDS has never been very high, and it gets lower every day. So we're going to save Dark Ritual for Big Bubs. I think that's probably the smartest thing to do. So, what are we actually doing? I don't think he's going to cast this. Yeah, I don't know. I probably shouldn't have done that. I probably shouldn't have quacked it that way, right, boys? Or maybe I should have played Dark Ritual and big shit. I can't sit around. Okay, we'll give this guy 1 more minute not to be a fucking slag. And then we'll see. Oh my lord, boys. I don't think I'm going to play this. Yeah, this guy can go back to sucking his mum's tits. Get back to dreaming about unscrewing the bottle caps of your mum's paps and suckling at her rancid, necropotent bapadinis. And leave me to play some different type of virgin, you pussy. See, this is the only deck I feel like... Nah, that's not even true. I'm sure someone else can build a better bolus than this. But it's a deck that I like, and I feel like in any situation... there are cards that get out of a lot of shit. You got counter spells, you got blow up all the peeps, bounce spells for permanents that are tricky, a lot of stuff. And that's what you want, right boys? You want a deck that can theoretically do a lot of shit. And then on the plus side, it's got my favourite card in all of Magics as the commander, which gives me quite a lot of the horn. So Volo is rubbish as well. Alright, we keep drawing the same spell. I think this might be another one of those land catastrophes. Yeah, it's got that smell of a land catastrophe game. But, boys, we'll do what we can. Agreed? Yeah, so I'm just going to wait until I can kick these things. What does this do? Add 1 mana of any color. That's probably not going to fly. That's what I thought, boys. We are in danger of dying of AIDS. But, on the plus side, I do enjoy having AIDS. Haven't experienced dying from it yet, but that's why I'm the Lord of AIDS. Volo. I can't kick it because I don't have the fucking mana. I love Magics. So the 2 games I've lost have been entirely down to my mana being AIDS. But, you know, well, I haven't lost this game yet. But it's certainly not going my way. Alright, it's going a little bit more my way now. As long as I draw some lands. Okay, boys. We're all on board for the lands. Okay, boys, we might be able to quack another one if everybody holds their quacks. I don't want to play that. I think I'd much rather kick this thing. Right, boys, we gotta get those quacks in. Gotta get those quacks in, or are we even quacking it, boys? If we're not quacking it, are we even quackshing it? Not Uro, the quackening. Alright. So if I top deck a land, I think you play Auron's Epiphany. Ah, you can play Bolus. Okay, boys, we might end up with 8s. I don't believe what I'm seeing. I don't believe what I'm seeing, lads. That is full quacks. Boys, that is full quacks. So I get to cast whatever I want. It's still fucking awful. It's still terrible. I don't believe this fucking shit. Alright, fuck it. What do you think? This one gonna fall by the wayside?
I'll be taking that.
Or are we somehow gonna go full quackies, boys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, it's 7. You don't need to keep doing this. River's Rebuke, take an extra turn. All those things pretty much barbecue me now. I bet it is River's Rebuke, and I don't know what is causing such a big issue. Or maybe it's Steal a Permanent Lance, and he can't add up. No, I didn't see a Muldrifter come in, but boyish, whatever the fucks. I didn't see that either. That seems bizarre to me. Okay, Lance. Yeah, some bizarre raids. One, two, three, four. We're just gonna have to hope that there's a land in here. Okay, boys. His last turn was terrible. So if he has another terrible turn, we again might be able to slap this quack on the tubes. It is another terrible turn. It's an absolutely load of old bollocks of a turn, if I'm honest, Lance. And you know that's the one thing I am always, is honest, as well as sexy. But, boys, we might have to give it the old quacklinis.
When you can scrape it out.
3 red. That's not good. So, what do we got? 2, 4, 6, 1, 2. Okay, that was a mistake somehow, because I thought for sure I had paid 3 black. Well, fuck it. I'll figure it out, boys, as long as this isn't good. So far, his deck has fallen a little bit flat on the shits. Okay, Lance, I'm reappraising it once again in that this guy is dead. And we can slap another game up on the tubes. Up on the tubes, boys. Easy but jukes. Fucking rubbish. Fucking shit. Ugh, what a shit game this is. I should really get into playing APOPs. But the thing about APOPs that isn't the same thing about Magic is that the ceiling for APOPs is so high you cannot fake being good, as far as I can tell, at any level unless you're actually good. So never mind fucking 5-hand. Well, that's a lie. You can, I suppose you could keep making new accounts and then only upload videos where you, I mean, there you go. I convinced myself how you could do it. Only upload videos where you blow away the whole field of bots and you look like amazing cunts. But that's the, like I say, that's the worst part of Magic the Gathering YouTube these days, is just the lack of just, I don't know, I don't know what it is, I don't know what the word is, but just the obsession with only showing games that you win, even though everyone presents themselves as some kind of academic tactician doling out advice like you need a pen and paper, taking it all down. Oh yes, let me see how this works. Only Magic is the place where people seem to be saying you learn more from battering shit opponents than from losing against good opponents. Or not even good opponents, just seeing where your decks have flaws. It still baffles me. Legs says, this is from Tiago, of course, I don't watch that dog shit. Tiago says that Legs always says, oh, this deck's super weak against Y, and then he won't show any of those games, and then we'll just go 8-0. Pure rubbericks. I don't think I want to play against a mono blue player. I don't know that you might say, I just can't be asked. Right, we're almost at the end of the stream. I don't think I want to play mono blue. Life is short, boys, and I'd make it shorter to get away from these cunts. But in conclusion, Lance, I'm not playing this guy either. I mean, I know we got a string of concessions, but boys, you can suck on my balls. You can suck on my bollocks. This is amazing content, Mr. Cheeks. How can I find a way to give you 500 beans? Link in the description, PayPal. And now that you've said that, Mr. Squeaks, I expect a $750 slap bang shitty quack AIDS in the deposit box by the morning, or you're gonna get banned. I can't get banned. I'm not even real, you dumb bitch. Well, he's got me there, lads. That is true. But I'll find a way. I'll find a way, boys. Alright, this is the second time this has happened. Okay, fair enough. I was gonna say I think it's gone a bit wobbly, but it's okay. Hand looks pretty good. Pretty good, even though I'm on the draw, lads. Even though I'm on the draw, I think we might be able to slap it. We might be able to slap it. But we'll, who knows? Who knows, a boy? When's E-Philly's OnlyFans, by the way? I know that I said earlier, what did we ever used to talk about when I played Standard and I didn't know Brawl was the best? What did we ever talk about? Or did I just genuinely shout non-stop, everyone's a pussy? And I hate this game, which is similar to what I do now. Okay, boys. Okay, boys. What are we doing? We feed in the shits? For the beams? Alright. I'm not playing Counterspell. We're going to play Solstice, and then we're going to play Teffy Boys, and then we're going to fuck around until we play River's Rebuke and the man concedes. Okay, lads? Easy memes. Add 2 mana in any combination of colors. I should have read this. I shouldn't have allowed this to happen. Okay, boys. That was a mistake. That was an error. Is this deck rotation proof? I mean, I'm going to say yeah. Everything's AIDS proof. Right, boys? Something like that. Okay, so this guy's playing mono green AIDS, which is not what I was expecting. I do need a land, but that's a tap land. I think we can survive. Okay, boys. First things first, one of these guys has to go. Probably this one, right? This guy's elves. This is an elf. I don't know what's going on. I feel like I'm going to get smashed by elves when I wasn't expecting that is what this deck is. That's what I think is going to happen, Lance. I think I'm going to be talking about Yana Amari's tits, and before I even know what's going on, there's going to be 16 elves, and I'm going to die. That's what I think is going to happen. But if that happens, don't worry, boys. I'll do a classic mid-game cut and paste job, so you won't even know what happened. And then I'll be able to slap this up on the tubes another day. And then say GG XD. Right, boys? So, Counterspell or Teferi. If I play Teferi, then I have to ditch one of these, which seems bad anyway. So I'm just going to say nothing. And we'll do this. Wash away. I will wash my balls away. I'll also get rid of Teferi. I will certainly wash my balls, lads. Don't you love me talking about balls? Talking about balls is the height of Magic the Bollocking. We certainly won't be dealing with this shit. You got too many counters, Cheeks, you're a bitch! Didn't you just get banned, Squeaks? I'm Mr. Squeaks now, and I can't get banned because I'm imaginary. Again, he's got me, Lance. You can't ban an imaginary figment of your imagination. And without medication. And I can't, I'm immune to medicine because of all the whiz in my system. The whiz just absorbs all of the AIDS, boys. Can't have that either. Okay, so we have faffed around and put myself in a position that I still could get smashed. Exactly like I said was the big risk. Unless we draw blow up all the peeps. No, you know what? I'm just going to River's Rebuke this turn. Fuck it. River's Rebuke is going to be easy memes. And we will certainly be able to say GGXD. Right, boys? Phyrexian Arena keeping me a card ahead is the way that I'm going to win this game. We are certainly going to quack it, boys. You know how they say on the tubes, slap it and quack it. Easy! See? Boys, you just weren't up with the slaps and the quacks. I'm going to do what I rarely do, and I'm going to leave his hand alone, and we're going to grab a load of shit.
Your strong mind is an easy thing to waste.
Right, boys, I don't think we're taking 9, and we got blow up all the peeps. for all of these peeps. This is the only thing I am genuinely worried about. Because he gets to play it for X. And what is a doodle bush bush? Favorite stars. All my favorite stars are from the old days. All my favorite stars are just from the bygone era. So we're talking about Gianna Michaels, Delotta Brown, Maserati, Triple X, all of your newfangled boobaloid bitches like Lana Rhodes. I don't think I've ever even seen them. Sarah J. with her gigantic ass and genuinely harrowing old woman face. But still, boys, she gets the job done, if you know what I mean. And you probably don't, because it doesn't make any sense. But ultimately, we are certainly quacking it. Alright, we're blowing all of these bitches up. Okay, that's terrible. I think blowing these up is probably still good enough. Right, what could he possibly play to me now? Questing Beast, obviously, is pretty bad. Destroy all non-dragons. Can I do that? No. No. I still should have paid the 2 and just played this. That was a mistake. But I don't make mistakes as long as we win, boys. What about Derek's favourite? Who's Reese? I don't know who that is. I mean, Derek, you say Derek's favourite. Doesn't he tweet at literally 39 porn stars a night? Male and female. The man is an absolute quack level menace, boys. Okay, we are getting the full, you're 500 mile ahead bolus draws. Just keep quacking me up, son. Keep quacking me with all of these unbelievable quacks. Okay, that's pretty good. I can't deny. If you're going to get quacked, that's not bad. Don't know why I threw that away. Hey, boys. Classic quackage. So I wasn't sure we were going to win this one. But now, I am fairly sure I'm the best in the world at Majinx. Now I'm fairly sure, boys, we should be able to give it the good old British quacks. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So he can play this for 4. He can get Questing Beast, but it can't kill Bolus anymore. Even with the +1 counter. And then we get to kill everybody. So, unless there's something I don't know, this should be easy quacks, boys. This should be the easiest quack you've ever quacked on a game of Majinx. Incredible. Oh, that was the one he made the sorry video about. Oh dear. Old Derek. Still, I mean, am I good at Majinx or what? This guy just does all the things that I thought he would do, but is not good enough to be better at me at Majinx. Somebody wank me off like you would wank off legs for understanding Demeters. I knew he would get this. I said it wasn't big enough to kill Bubs. I'm gonna kill it. I'm insanely good at Majinx, boys. Insanely good at Majinx. So good at Majinx, I might have to shit on the floor. Oops. Unbelievable levels of magic, the quacks, the boys.
It's an easy thing to think it's a ditch.
worth that last card. Boys, all I can say about that is Quack W. Quack W, lads. You thought you were going to watch Magic the Gathering this evening, but instead you saw a public building demolition, the likes of which wouldn't even need council approval. It was so clean. Literally zero mess, overnight blaps, absolute domination. Boys. That's why this is the best deck ever. And by ever, I mean it's the best one I could come up with my limited magic ability. But don't tell anyone that. I called Questing Beast. That means I'm as good as Legs. And it also means I'm good as Legs because both of us have posted exactly the same level of Magic the Gathering tournament results of the last 5 years, which is fuck all. That's how good we both are, lads. Absolutely incredible scenes. Let's have a look in the shop. Wizards, I mean, I will divert your money, boys, into the hands of the lords at Hasbro. I don't know if you've heard, but they're having some problems. They're trying to whiz bangs, or they're trying to magic the bollocking all the other of their IPs, and it's just not working. They're even firing people, which is crazy talk in Magic. I mean, we only do hiring. We only do hiring. And even then, boys, it's just a lifetime contract, as long as you chop your knob off. Or our Gabby spots. So, boys, what do you think? Are we only 35% off? Like I said, there's cutbacks, boys. The days of 90% offs, those are for commons that only Siege and Cocainees will buy just like that. You know, because they got those big dollars. We have to be wary of the current global economic crisis and accept that we still need to pay £3.90 British pence so that our Mishra can be slightly more wobbly. Boys. And then if you buy this, you gotta buy this. Right, boys? Look at that. Look at that for some good, clean, fucking interface bullshit. I would like to read my Dragon Engine thing, and I can't even see the name over here. Look at that, boys. Absolutely beautiful bit of coding. Somebody said they were coding earlier. You think you could do a better job than this? Have half your card fucking cut off the screen? Stupid cunts. But what about Wobbly Portal, boys? Only 780 gems. Only 780 gems. Boys, let me see. Let me see, boys. Do they not do bot drafts? Quick drafts. There we go. Ho, lads! You could wobbly up one card for nothing. Or you could play an entire draft. Boys, I mean, obviously I'm a negative man that hates Wizards, and it's because I'm bitter that Daquan Watson and MTG Jeff and Voxy are just so much better and they're having a much better time living life than I am. But it looks like, to me, boys, this might be the stupidest bunch of cunts who ever touched anything. Boys, a draft or a wobbly Mishra, lads. And the best thing is, You don't even get a copy of this card. Lads, you're not anybody who's telling me I'm a better man. I see it now. This is just the best place on earth. Wizards love us. Voxy is super happy. All of your top magic bitches who say that they want to kill themselves. I wish I was part of that gang. Lads, one day I'll get there. I'll find a way how I wish I was dead. I'll work hard on it, lads, because just like when Cocaine said being on the Pro Tour was where he wanted to be. He said that like 4 or 5 years ago. He didn't do anything to fucking make that happen, but I'm gonna do something to make this happen. I'm gonna want to kill myself by the end of this year, or I'm not trying hard enough to be part of the Whizbang community. I'll get Wedge's back. If ever there was a man who was fucking on the verge of killing himself every week, it was that multiple faceted lying sham of a human. I'm gonna start watching his videos tonight, and by next month I should be at level 1 on the self-hating Magic the Gathering charlatan scale. It's going to be like the reverse AA. I'm going to make myself a little coin that says 1 month on the road to jumping in the Thames. Boys, what a wonderful evening we've had. I hope whatever the fuck's happened is rubber-dicks. I didn't watch the Royal Rumble, and I hope it was shit. Otherwise, I'll regret it. That's a lie. I never want anything to be shit. If I missed it, I'll remember next year and I'll spend my $10. But I hope you all had a wonderful time. Slim, Adam Spencer, who else? Lads, that's basically it. Kirir. I see all you guys with your sex, and Slim, I see you with your sexy memberships, and I appreciate it. Until next time, ladies and shits, have a wonderful evening.